On this problem, it says if x plus 3 is a factor of p of x equals x cubed minus 27x minus 54, then another factor of p of x is a, x minus 3, b, x minus 27, c, x minus 6, or d, x plus 6. Now they told us one of the factors, which is x plus 3. Now we can use the fact that k is a 0 of a polynomial function if and only if x minus k is a factor, right? So kind of works both ways. If x minus k is a factor, then k is a 0. Well, since x plus 3 is a factor, that tells us that negative 3 is a 0. And again, what I do to figure that out, it's always going to be the opposite of this number here. It's a x plus 3, opposite of the plus 3 is negative 3, but you can just set it equal to 0 and solve, and that'll give you x equals negative 3. All right, so negative 3 is a 0 for that polynomial function. So what we're going to do is set up synthetic division, and our k will be negative 3, and we should get remainder 0, and we can then look at our quotient, which will be quadratic, factor that quotient, and we'll be able to determine the other two factors. All right, so I'm going to set up synthetic division here. We've got p of x equals x cubed minus 27x minus 54. So I'm going to write down on the top row our coefficients. The coefficient of x cubed is 1. The coefficient of x squared, again, we don't see an x squared term, so we have to put 0. Coefficient of x is negative 27. And then the constant term is negative 54. Again, our k here, as we just saw, was negative 3. And so perform synthetic division, bring this 1 straight down, multiply. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. Then 0 plus negative 3 is negative 3. Negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. Negative 27 plus 9 is negative 18. Negative 3 times negative 18 is positive 54. Negative 54 plus 54 is 0, which is our remainder. And so now the numbers 1, negative 3, negative 18 are the coefficients of our quotient, which is quadratic here. So writing that down, we're going to have 1x squared minus 3x minus 18. And so now if we factor this quadratic expression here, we will know the other two factors of this polynomial. Right, and this is a easier example to factor because the coefficient of x squared is a 1. So making our two factors here, x here and x here. Now we need the two numbers that multiply to give us that negative 18, and then also add to be negative 3. Right, so we will get negative 6 and positive 3. Negative 6 times 3 is negative 18. Negative 6 plus 3 is negative 3, the coefficient of x. All right, so the other two factors are x minus 6 and x plus 3. If we go back to our answer choices, we see C is x minus 6. So there's our answer.